what's up? So I just wanted to make this video to fill you in on what's been going on with the channel. I don't know if you knew, but I've been putting out daily videos on my other You Are The Path channel. That's for a challenge that I've been doing, and that challenge involves daily Qigong, candle focus, yoga, polyphasic sleep, which is basically mastering your sleep to the point where you're able to function optimally on less sleep. That's been the challenge that's been going on over there. I've been doing daily vlog videos over there, and I've had a brainwave, and what's going to happen is I'm still going to be putting out videos on this channel, and I want to make more kind of professional videos on this channel. On my other one, I'm going to be talking about my life in general as I progress on that challenge that I'm doing over there. So that's what I want to fill you in on that, so you know what's going on. Now, those daily vlogs aren't actually going to be doing daily vlogs on there. What's going to happen is I've got this inner circle. If you click the link below this video, it takes you to my website, and there's a box over to which will be your right hand side, and if you put your name and email, or just your email I think it is, in there, that gives you access to the inner circle, and that's where I'm going to be posting updates on the challenge that was going on that channel. So those updates I'm probably going to do about 2 a week. Over on the channel I might do like a general update for those of you who, for whatever reason, you don't want to sign up for the inner circle. I will put an update up on there maybe once a fortnight, or I don't know, once a month when something major happens maybe. And when I made that challenge video, it was the spur of the moment. I just thought, because I've been thinking I want to get comfortable making videos around loved ones, family, so I just grabbed the camera, started talking in front of my mum, which I never do, and it's been so good because I've been able to be more present on the camera and just let it flow. It's a process, it's a journey, and I'm practicing getting better. So that's the good thing. Actually, that's the good thing about doing the daily vlogs. So maybe on the inner circle I might do them more often than twice a week. I don't want to commit myself because so much I do in the day to fit in making a video, uploading it and everything. Sometimes I'm squeezing it in towards the end of the night. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Something I've been learning from doing this challenge, practical things like the more you practice something, if you do it daily, you get deeper into it. But if you just do it haphazardly, you might leave it for 3 days, and then when you sit down to do it again, you spend a lot of time picking up from where you left off. Whereas if you do it daily, you can just pick it up and run with it. So whatever that is for you, your craft, your art form, whatever it is you're into, daily practice, that's where it's at. In fact, I would go as far as to say daily practice is like the next kind of, because it was all about showing up. I made a couple of videos about showing up. I was quite jazzed about that. And so yeah, if you join up on the inner circle, you know, sooner or later I'm going to come out I'm going to come out with a group coaching program sooner or later, and it could be based around showing up, and I'll have like webinars and group coaching sessions where we talk about that. You can perhaps maybe set up your own profile on a section of the website, interact with each other, so we're all doing this kind of challenge together. So that's what you can expect through the inner circle. So practice is like a cornerstone for me right now, daily practice. Another thing I picked up, feeling your way through things. I've been thinking, what am I going to do with You Are The Path? How am I going to make a living? Because if you don't know already, I quit my job at the gym 3 years ago now to pursue my passion of life coaching. And I'll be honest with you, it's a challenge right now to live. So, but I'm trying to think it out, and it's not the way to do it, I don't believe. I'm tuning in to feeling through it, being grateful for what I already have, not striving to create this thing and feeling like I have to get there, because the future is a myth. The future's a myth. We never get to the future. It's always here, it's always now. Work with what you have now. You don't need to figure out how it's going to happen. Yes, use your imagination. Once you've imagined it, let it go. Be here now. Because what I've noticed, what I've realised, is how much it's about connection, family, friends. It's the love. It's what I said in that video where I was ranting about showing up. It's all about the love. It's not about dollars and cents. That is useful if you've got dollars and cents, don't get me wrong, that helps. But I heard a guy talking about having the right relationship with money. And, you know, it's a tool that allows you to fulfill your purpose. Actually, it was a video about true abundance, and abundance is being able to pursue your life's purpose. And in all honesty, I look around and the tools I've got to pursue my life purpose, well, for one, I've got a brain, it's still functioning, camera, lights, laptop, electricity, a bed, my bed's over there, a roof over my head, central heating, food in the fridge, I've got 2 legs, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, KRS-One said this, I'll never forget it. Hip hop, whatever, I don't know what you believe about hip hop, but hip hop isn't about having more, it's about what you do with less. It's about what you do with what you've got. And that, oh man, that so resonated with me. There's good hip hop, there's a lot of bad hip hop. You got to dig deep to find the good, conscious hip hop, but it is out there. So it's been really good for me. I hope it's been good for you as well, following those daily vlog videos. I wasn't just talking about polyphasic sleep. I am aiming for that. It's an experiment to see if I can get to the point where I only need 2 hours sleep. And I'm not saying that's the way to go, or that's the way to do it, that's the way to live. It's just something I'm interested in. I want to push the boundaries. If I crash and burn, then you know what? I'm going to have fun doing it. I'm going to have fun seeing what I'm made of. You know, if you never push yourself, you're never going to know what you're made of. And I've written down this great quote from Pema Chodron, and she writes, "If we're committed to comfort at any cost, as soon as we come up against the least edge of pain, we're going to run. We'll never know what's beyond that particular barrier or wall or fearful thing." And she wrote that in a book called The Wisdom of No Escape. Think about that for a moment. The wisdom of no escape. You can't escape yourself. You can't escape reality. We're here, we exist, we're always going to exist. That's my view anyhow. You don't have a beginning and an end, you're infinite. I'm experiencing a lot of synchronicity right now. I watched the film The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I won't spoil it for you, but the word infinite comes in that film. So you got to face the music and dance. And for me, starting the day early, and look, I know there's, what's the word for it? You might be a night owl, and that's cool. I might end up being, you know, in a few years I might end up being a night owl. So I'm not saying it's the way to go, but for me, facing the music and dancing. There's no better way to do that than to wake up early. I make my bed, I make a cup of tea, I face the world. I'm not always like, I'm an introvert. I have times when I feel very vulnerable, like I can feel it in my heart. I feel vulnerable. Like even when things are going really well, like you can do a challenge like this where you really knuckle down, you stick to it, everything's going really well, and there's that voice in your head like, whoa, things are going a bit too well, this can't be right. You start second guessing yourself, and look, I don't know what's going on. I don't believe anyone really knows what's going on. None of us really know what is going on. I'm tempted to talk about psychedelics, but I don't want to appear as though I'm promoting psychedelics, but those kind of experiences, and you need to be very mature going into those experiences. I don't recommend you delve into that kind of thing when your brain is still maturing, you know, until you're like, look, I didn't feel like I'd reached maturity. If I'm honest, probably around the age 28, 30. And yoga, meditation, contemplation put me in good stead before I had those psychedelic experiences. And I didn't just jump in there. I set an intention before I had the experience that it would enrich my life so that I would be able to enrich the lives of others. So, but yeah, none of us know what's going on. I'm not posing as though I have all the answers. It's sharing my experience. It's my calling to do this and make videos, and so that's what I do. And these are the things that help me: waking up early, making my bed, having a cup of tea, and doing it. Doing it. Expect to come up against uncomfortableness, but be curious about it. It's like when you attempt to give up a habit, let's say smoking. Go into it like a scientist. Be curious about the craving, how it feels, what voices show up. And those voices, they get louder and louder and louder because your body is wanting the chemical hit. But it won't kill you. You can go through it. If you can make one day without smoking, you can go your entire life. I remember when I gave up smoking, and it's really peculiar when you get to the stage where smoking you have no desire to smoke, and you never imagined you would able to get there. My kick out of life sometimes is a cake on a weekend. Like, honest to God, I get a kick sometimes on a weekend, and I've worked hard, you know, and when I say work hard, I mean I've given it my all, and I know, wow, I gave it my all this week, and it's weekend. That's my time to kick back, and I indulge in, you know, things that you would do to switch off. Might be playing computer games for you. For me, I like to watch the soccer, the football, with my cake and tea. So you can get enjoyment out of other things you didn't think you would get enjoyment out of. It's the same with sex. When you lose yourself in pornography, and losing yourself in pornography when you don't have a partner, and it's a way for you to compensate for not having a partner, that also can desensitize you to the point where you no longer find pleasure in the little subtle things, like when you're with your partner, the subtle things about sensuality, being together in the moment. It's the small things, like the touch of that person's skin and their hair on the soft skin. It's addictions, and pornography, it can become an addiction. I'm not demonizing it. When it becomes an addiction, it will desensitize you, not just to sensual things, but on a mental level as well. You become wired for masturbation. I'm pretty much talking to the bros here, because we can get lost in that because men are very visual. So, you know, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna masturbate, I would recommend, I shouldn't really, it's not my place to give recommendations on your sexuality. How you gearing up for something here. The way you express your sexuality is up to you. If you're going to masturbate, own it. Don't have shame. Well, not don't have shame, but if you have shame around it, own it. Look, we all play with our bits from time to time. Unless you're like on a proper, disciplined, spiritual path where you've got that area handled. A lot of us do that when we don't have a partner and we're just yearning for that touch of another human being, love. There's nothing wrong with pleasure. I'm not demonizing this. I'm talking about getting lost in addictions. And when we get lost in it, we're doing it compulsively and we forget who we are. We forget the small things in life. That's what I'm getting at, really. So, how did we get onto this? Facing reality. Facing reality, owning who we are, owning where we are. We can only move from where we are, and it doesn't start with beating ourselves up. Don't be beating yourself up if you're delving in any of those addictions I talked of. And if you do, don't beat yourself up for beating yourself up. We just want to notice and be honest with ourselves. This is where I am. This is what I can realistically imagine for myself is possible. Don't know if I can give that up right now, but I can start here. I know I can do that and build your confidence up by tackling that. You build your confidence up, you turn to that thing and you think, you know what, I'm ready to take you on. And you could do it that way. I'm going to leave it there. More videos are coming out on this channel. The daily vlogs on the Inner Circle. I'll do updates on that other channel. Hope you got something from this. Catch you later, guys. Peace.